Thank you, man. Okay, welcome back to another episode of Northern Hockey Shack Sports Talk. As always, we have Ryder Langthorne, Aiden Weiss, special guest, our cameraman, Marcus Allen, and as always, your beautiful host in the black chair. Just loving life. So excited to get on with this episode. See where it takes us.
I don't know if beautiful is the best describing word.
Oh, not today.
Especially not this morning, eh?
Yeah, no, this morning beautiful was a pretty...
It's a pretty harsh term.
Undercutting or over exaggerating term to describe.
Well, before we jump into things here today, we'd like to mention that this episode will be brought to you guys by Caribou Hockey. Thanks for the hats, and at the end we will be doing a hat giveaway. So for details on that, stay tuned.
So there was the Cougars Camp, and we actually, me and Ryder got to watch one game.
I got two.
Yeah, Ryder got two, I got one. It was some pretty good competition, but it was like always, it was a camp, so...
One thing I noticed was returning players were really going at each other.
Yeah, how'd the Caribou kids do?
Well, McGrath and Harrington did good, and then Fisher, O'Brien, and Aiden Reeves made it to the exhibition
games. Yeah. Notable player for the Cougars Camp was Reed Perplex, scoring four goals in one game.
Reed was awesome.
Four goals.
And then at the same time, there was the Prince George Spruce Kings Camp, and then that was just like inter-squad between the teams, and then they went to Merritt to play.
No, Merritt came
here.
Brophy, Dunn, and the Merritt Centennials came to town to play the Spruce Kings for a 2-game matchup.
Before we get too deep into this, I had a question about Reed. Do you guys know how many games played he had last year?
Perplex?
Yeah.
He probably played about
like
60.
Oh, okay.
60, you know.
I wasn't sure if he was there for the whole season or not.
Oh, he was there for the whole season.
He was there for the whole season, yeah.
Not a bad player. Athletic guy. Hopefully we'll get him on the show here soon.
Yeah, that'd be nice, eh? So, sorry for interrupting, boys. Let's get back into Kings Camp here.
So, Kings taking down the Centennials in 2 games.
Kings swept them. They swept them, didn't they?
They swept them,
yeah.
They swept them today.
And then also there's a couple boys from PGE going up to Dawson Creek to play in the Northwestern Junior Hockey League. Max Arnold is going up to join Raymond Prive and Matthew Enns, and I think a few other people.
That's almost like a Caribou alumni team up there now, eh?
Yeah.
You got Tanner Bame, the
Bame
brothers,
Rowley.
Brandon Rowley,
Yeah.
Enns, Ray Prive,
Enns
and
never played for Caribou.
No, but some
PG
alumni.
PG alumni.
Close enough.
What league?
PGMHA alumni.
Yeah.
What league's worse, this one or the Island one for Junior B?
Oh, this one. For sure.
I'm excited to see how they do this year. I mean, just with all the guys from Prince George. I'm pretty sure Nimmo won it Alex Nimmo won it last year.
Yeah.
Out of Prince George. I don't know what team he played for though. I can't
For
remember.
St. John Huskies.
Yeah, okay, there you go.
Looking for the 3-peat this year.
3-peat.
Oh.
Yeah. That'd be impressive.
Doesn't take much to 3P in that kind of league, you know?
6 teams.
6 teams.
Especially you can play through 21, eh?
6 teams, 30 good hockey players in the league.
Yeah.
Half of one
The goalie camp that you're at.
Yeah, so first I did a goalie camp with Ty Edmonds and Chase Estrino. Me and Ty have been doing some BC hockey goalie camps. And we went to Fort St. John and did a goalie camp there, and it went really well. Had some stragglers out there, but had some good goalies show up too.
That was 2 weeks ago, right?
Yeah, 2 weeks ago. Basically 2 weeks ago. And then drove down to Tumbler Ridge to run my own goalie sessions. So that was good for my development in like just talking to the kids and talking to the goalies.
Yeah.
Spreading the hockey around the north, you know, we need a good goal. If you don't have a good goalie, you're not gonna have a good hockey team.
That's true.
Coming from the goalie himself.
Yeah.
That's why Caribou wasn't good a
Coming
few years
from the
ago.
guy who just.
Yeah, that's why.
And
How was
balls-
a good goalie from Caribou?
Oh.
Griffin Outhouse.
Oh,
He
yeah.
made the Winnipeg Jets rookie showcase team.
Did he this year?
Yeah, this
Yeah.
year.
That's awesome.
Named one of the 2 goalies, so you know.
What year did he get drafted?
Oh.
Was it 3 years ago now?
He,
2 years
he
ago?
didn't get drafted, did he?
I don't think so.
He was a he
Oh,
was a
really?
Vegas prospect.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you know, Caribou goalies always good, always good. Except
So,
Well, what do you think
oh,
about the ones this year, though? What are your
Caribou,
thoughts?
who we have is it Smith and Watts?
Yeah, Dawson Smith and Phillip Watts.
Phillip
Watts is
Watts?
solid.
Yeah.
Phillip Watts, yeah.
Yeah.
He's solid.
Just sounds like a Phillip. That is loud.
Sounds like a Philly.
Yeah. Oh,
He's-
shit, that guy's definitely a Phillip.
He's locked in though.
Yeah.
I was watching his pregame before the Everett game. He was locked in.
Yeah.
Does he do anything cool? Does he do anything out of the ordinary or what?
He could juggle.
He can juggle?
Oh,
He could juggle
so
3 balls.
3, that's pretty
Oh, you're
impressive.
talking about
I
his-
can juggle 1 ball.
I could do 2.
So you're talking about his off ice prep or on ice?
Like off ice, man.
Off ice.
Yeah, juggling. It is impressive.
Yeah.
That's
Like,
a good one.
and he has AirPods.
Oh.
Oh, so he's real cool. So we gotta get him on the show. Just because he has AirPods.
Phillip Watts.
Phillip
Going on the
Watts. Shut up, bud. We're calling you out.
Yeah, we need you here.
And then Sprague, like Trevor Sprague, he's done a really good job at development in the north with like Caribou and now the
Now 6
minor
teams.
midgets and like the Bantams.
So now he has Caribou, minor midget, U15. Or no, minor midget, U15, that's the same thing, right? And then midget AA,
Yep.
major bantam,
Yep.
bantam AA, Northern Capital. So
Yeah.
really good for him taking 6 teams under his wing and
Yeah.
spreading hockey around.
He's doing
Keeping
a
us-
good job.
Keeping us
there,
together
like,
as one.
Yeah.
he's
Keep the
definitely bringing Northern hockey like
Yeah,
back
keeping
to
kids
where
in the
they're
north.
actually
Yeah.
like,
Kids in the-
good.
Like on the bantam team, they have I think nine kids from out of town
Yeah, like
in the north.
In
Not,
the
not like we don't want those kids going to Lower Mainland.
yeah, like all the kids are starting to stay in the north and play hockey.
Knowing they
instead
can
of
develop
going
here
down
and play
to
high hockey.
Yeah.
Well, we've
OHA,
talked about
like-
recently how much success we've had in the north recently, so I mean that's got to be a big factor playing into it.
Spruce Kings,
Yeah,
they're Freddie
definitely.
second in
Fred,
Fred, the
on
other
the
one,
Fred and the Doyle.
and the Doyle second in Canada, and the
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
see?
and like with the development, you got the Cougars and like the Spruce Kings that can watch these kids since they've been playing from Bantam, right?
Yeah.
and then Caribou
So then-
winning the BC MML championship.
Yeah.
That was a big. They smoked the Vancouver team or whatever.
Oh,
Surrey,
yeah.
you ever heard of
Yeah.
it? Fraser Valley.
Fraser
Fraser
Valley,
Valley,
sorry.
yeah.
Yeah.
That just shows those kids might be skilled, but we're tougher.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Another team with ex Prince George or Kevin Craig played on that team, did he not?
Yeah.
Yeah,
he
Kevin
did.
Craig.
Yeah.
Obviously couldn't stop a puck during that series because Cougars killed them. Cougars killed them.
That's what you like to hear.
Yeah.
It was
From
over.
the Tendy, yeah.
Yeah. If you want to defend yourself, Kevin, you're not allowed to do the show.
Yeah, you're cut from the show.
North kids don't go to Lower Mainland. That's soft.
Yeah.
Yeah, boys, if you want to play up here, you don't need those academies. Caribou's where it's at.
I almost went to OHA. When I was playing.
Bad time to bring that up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Come on, Brad.
You-
Just a little side commentary.
You can do now.
Get the conversation flowing.
Yeah, well,
So anyways, back to the hats. We talked
Yeah.
about right at the start of the episode. I like mine. I know Ryder likes his.
I like mine.
I like mine. I like the colors.
What's it
I
say on the
like
back of yours there, Ryder?
Champions.
BCMML champions. So this is going to be the hat that we're going to be giving away.
If you want to win this hat, you have to subscribe to our YouTube channel and then put us on your Instagram story and tag us and put hashtag Hockey Shack, and we'll pick a random winner to win the hat. So
Best of luck, guys.
yeah,
Another thanks to Trevor Sprague for
Yeah.
sponsoring the show. Caribou Cougars, Trevor Sprague, all those guys are really supporting the show. Really means a lot to us, and hoping we keep things growing with them.
Absolutely.
That's huge for us.
It's huge, yeah.
Alright. That wraps it up for the Instagram Live.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all for today.
Awesome.
Stay tuned for the rest of the YouTube video.
That's cool.
So Marky, I heard you had a little bit of a venture doing these goalie camps up north with your, I think it was your truck, right?
Yeah, I was bit of a long story, I guess, but I was driving back. From Tumbler Ridge, and get to Chetwynd, and go through Chetwynd. Well, I'll tell you that way. So I make it through Chetwynd. Everything's fine with my truck, and about 25 minutes outside of Chetwynd, on the Prince George side, my fucking truck. So I'm using this guy. He's going about 120. So I'm using him, and then we catch up to this another car, just going about 100. So we slow down, and then so I slow down, go to pass this guy. I'm using him, and we're going about 120 again. I'm like, what the fuck? My truck was having some troubles keeping up, and then so I look at the not the transmission, but the RPMs, and the RPMs were shooting right up to about 5, I would say.
Yeah.
And so that's weird. So I start slowing down just to make sure everything's okay, and then slow it down to 100. RPMs are still at 5.
Oh.
I know, it was crazy.
It was rough. That's a tough bounce.
It was. But no, and then so I slowed down. I'm like, holy shit. So put on my hazards, had to slow down, had a big lineup behind me, pulled over to the shoulder, and I got out, checked all the oil, basic stuff, right? Yeah. And everything was fine, and then all of a sudden I was pulled over, and my the alarm for my truck started going off. I was like, holy, what's going on?
Alarm?
Yeah, apparently my truck has an alarm.
I never knew trucks.
So the alarm starts going off on it, and it says engine's overheating, idle your truck. So my truck was already sitting there. Finally, the alarm goes off, and then so at this point, I'm on the side of the road trying to phone my parents or whatever, and there's no service. So I'm like, this is getting even better. And so there's no service, and then I have to wait for cars to pass by until I can turn the truck around, because I'm not going to keep going away from Chetwynd, right? I'm going to head back into town and run into service.
I thought you would have ran back into Chetwynd.
So I got back into my truck, started up, starts fine and everything, and then press down on the gas. I couldn't go more than 30 kilometers without my RPMs getting up to 3. It was bad.
Shit.
And then long story short, I got to the service, and then I was just running through my contacts on my phone. I even called Sprager, called guys that might know hockey guys up in Chetwynd, and then sure enough, guess who I called?
Yeah.
I called Ryan Buchan. So I called Ryan Buchan, and his dad had a buddy that lived in Chetwynd. So about, this was 40 minutes, 50 minutes after I finished the call with Ryan, this guy named, shout out to Dave, by the way. Dave saved my life.
Good old Dave.
You're here, Dave.
Yeah.
My man, Dave. My man.
Dave saved me by getting,
Dave from
he saved me, man. Could have got kidnapped out there. No.
Someone on their horse.
Yeah. Yeah, so I get back into town,
Everyone just
and
pokes out of the bushes. Teach back to theirs.
yeah, so I get back into town, and he drops me off back into town with all my shit, and we were at I was at the rink just chilling there, and then Dave was gonna take me to Tim's, and then I was like,
what a nice guy.
I know. Well, just wait.
Freaking Dave gets better and better as the story
Just
goes
wait. So this was Dave's kind of low point, I guess you could say, where I was like, so Dave, thanks for saving me out there, getting me a ride, and I was like, so do you want a Timmy's? I was just trying to be nice. I just want to sound like a nice guy, and I kind of expected him to say no. I was like, so do you like, do you want a Timmy's, or like do you need some gas money? He's like, oh yeah, $20 sounds good. I was like, okay,
You're
sure.
gonna say you
Bring
brought
me
her
to
to
a bank.
Timmy's and you got like a large chili.
Yeah.
He just went straight for the 20.
Yeah, I know, like,
Nah, just
Yeah.
20 cash is all I want.
like, and then what I said to him, I was like, well, that's a lot better than a tow truck, I guess you could say. So, like,
What else do you say?
yeah, like, I was just like, you know what, whatever, it's good though.
Moral of the story: you don't get stuck in Chetwynd.
Yeah.
Yeah, moral of the story, drive a truck that works.
You ever been in Chetwynd though? They have all those wooden carvings.
Oh yeah. I've been to
Yeah.
Chetwynd before, yeah.
Oh yeah, I guess we played tier 1
Yeah,
there. Right? Yeah.
man, like,
Yeah. No, I was there, and I was like to Dave, I was like, so, so what's the backstory on these carvings? And he's like, well, I guess there's like, all people from all over the world come to, out of like the
century
most
carving
random
capital
place.
of the world.
Out of all places in the world, it's in Chetwynd, like where world famous freaking tree carvers go to carve freaking trees, like make
That's
sculptures.
really weird.
It is weird. And
Tree carving and drinking.
they're all over the
That's
place.
how
like-
Chetwynd-
Yeah, that's what you do in Chetwynd. You carve trees and get shit.
Yeah, so that's pretty much my story. So
What,
I think that's
what
the-
kind of truck was it?
it was a 2012 Chef single cab.
Right there.
So right there, viewers, don't you buy that?
But no, I'm getting it fixed.
Or don't go to Chetwynd.
Yeah, just don't even drive through Chetwynd. Just fly
Fly.
past it if you can.
Fly over.
Go around.
That's good. I can't believe you just happened to break down the spot with no service. I think that's hilarious.
I know. Lucky enough, it wasn't in like the Pine Pass too.
Well, that would have
That would've
been
been
awful.
Speaking of the Pine Pass and like breaking down, when I was in Tumbler Ridge doing the camp, I guess Ray Prive crashed his truck in the Pine
What?
Pass.
Oh,
He crashed his truck in the Pine Pass.
Really?
So if Ray, if you could come on the show and like tell us a little
Great,
bit.
if you could tell us that story,
Is he
that'd be
alive?
great.
I mean, he was there at the camp, so I would.
Oh, okay.
He's doing well,
I'm
yeah.
doing well. We love to hear that.
Yeah.
Live and well.
Yeah, he ended up getting a ride with some random guy.
Oh, that's always safe.
Yeah, exactly.
That's always your safest bet.
Like I had 2 people stop over to see what was wrong with me, and then that one guy, he's like, "You good, buddy? Like, you need help?" And I was just like, gave him the cold shoulder. I was like, "Yeah, I'm good, man. Like, please leave."
Shut him out.
Yeah, exactly.
Please
Why?
leave before you take
Could have been the
the farm.
nicest guy ever too, and I just shut him down.
Well, I wonder, like, when you see people hitchhiking on the side of the road, if no one picks them up, what do? Like, do they just keep walking?
Keep walking. Like, I don't
Like,
know.
what do you do? Do you walk all the way from, like, here to Chetwynd or something?
If you need
Keep
it,
walking. Like, I mean, if no one picked them up, then yeah, I guess. But like, I'm pretty sure someone would.
gotta do what you gotta do, man.
Yeah.
Gotta get to Chetwynd. Don't have a vehicle. Just walk there.
So this previous weekend, or I'd say week, was a long camp for Caribou.
like yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just ended yesterday.
Yeah, they played. I think they played three or 4 games. I went to one of them. They swept Everett 4-0. Caribou, no. Everett's not. They're an okay hockey team. They're
Everett
just
was big.
They were big.
They had some big
A
boys.
few Brevs on that team?
No, a few
No,
fridges.
Okay, was it just me? Yeah. Was it just me, or is their coach a hard ass on those kids?
Well, he played in the
like
Chell back
hard.
in the day.
Oh, Turner, yeah.
Like
Turner-
I would like.
Turner's
I'm
he's
like,
a good guy.
he's a good guy, hard coach.
I
That's how
was-
you do it nowadays.
I was helping coach my AA midgets, and he was
Was
just
he just
absolutely ripping into this kid that got a penalty. He's like, you like doing that? You like doing that? I got 50.
I like this shit.
I got other.
Park your ass on the bench.
He's like, I don't know, something along these lines. He's like, I got 3 other kids, 15-year-olds, willing to take your spot. I can call them up. And he's like, just hard,
He
man.
was
Like,
probably his son.
No, his son was number 15.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Mini Turner.
And he coached all those teams. Like he was.
Every single one. That was a long 12-hour bus ride.
Where were
home for
those
that
other
kid.
coaches? Like for those other teams.
He's the coach for all of them.
Wow.
I think so. It has to be, right?
Wow.
Unless others are working or something, you know.
Probably got quite a few bit of money from the NHL. So.
Yeah, playing the
Probably
league.
not doing anything. So.
Yeah.
No,
So-
good guy though. Like off the bench and everything. Like,
So Caribou in the first game ended up winning 5-4 in overtime after.
Oh yeah,
You wanna say
after.
it?
Yeah, so like
One of the
this
worst-
kid makes one of the worst plays in hockey.
Are we gonna shout him out?
I don't know who it was.
He has a red
But
bucket.
yeah.
Red bucket.
He was an AP.
Yeah, but like, he gets the puck. Everett has an empty net. Caribou's winning by 1. He's like probably 3 feet from the red line,
Just
and then he just rifles the puck and tries to score, misses the net.
25 seconds left.
So it was icing. So the face-off was in their end, and then they score right off the face-off.
yeah,
Send it into overtime.
that's
Luckily,
Just because he was like too lazy to take 2 steps and shit.
Jane Merritt comes along and scores the OT winner. You know,
Jake
that's-
Merritt.
Jane Merritt, yeah.
Shout out to him, family member of
Big
one
cousin
the
of
Northern
yours,
Hockey Shack boys.
I take credit for that goal. I taught him that move.
yeah.
So then in the final game, they won 7-2 against Everett, and Kellen Breenan and Matthew McGrath had 2 goal performances as well.
Oh, that's a pretty good game.
On a softer note, though,
Taught Jaden a few things at those Sunday dinners, eh? Those
Oh,
family Sunday.
more than
dinners,
one.
Also, we have a very
What's that
special
supposed to
guest coming on the show. We have Brett Curley coming
From
on the show for like I don't know.
for an interview.
for
For a first
right?
interview.
For our
For-
first.
Yeah,
Brett
well,
Curley is the Hockey Shack, Northern Hockey Shack's first guest.
First interview.
and
first
interview.
special guest
First
appearance.
special guest.
And it's going to be awesome.
So
She's from Williams Lake.
that's a big title to have there.
William-
First guest on Hockey Shack
Yeah.
history.
Probably put it in her Instagram bio.
Probably.
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 I wish.
She's from Williams Lake, right?
Yeah, she's from Williams Lake.
Other sports news. Verlander threw a no-no against the Jays.
No.
Yeah, he threw a no-no.
It's a no-no.
And
He's dealing a no-no. Threw a no-hitter.
Do you know the
Nine
stats
innings.
on that? I think he had what, 14 strikeouts.
Yeah, 9 innings pitched, 14 strikeouts, 1 walk.
How many hits?
0.
Who's it?
I like that one. Yeah.
What?
Jays, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. Yeah.
Another hit below for the Jays, you know, after a tough season.
Just another kick under the belt.
Kick under the belt. The guy with the hottest wife in the league comes in,
Yes.
comes here to City and absolutely destroys
They're
it.
just already down there.
Bueller after the.
Verlander was just kicking dirt on them.
Kicking dirt on the Jays, yeah.
Yeah, and so with that, Justin Williams is set to make a potential retirement this year. I think
I don't think it's a retirement.
a potential retirement.
Potential.
Yeah,
potential.
like he's pretty old.
Well, he's 40,
so,
40
yeah.
something, eh?
37.
But like,
Mr. Game 7.
it's
He's
probably
37.
Oh, is he?
I think so.
it's probably
Solid
pretty
understanding.
hard at that age to like take a
The
year
other thing I'm
off
looking
and
at-
then come back the next year.
Yeah, well, like when?
So-
How old was Kovalchuk when he came back to the Chell?
He's
last
36.
36.
35.
Yeah, no, he was a big part of that Canes organization, though. Like, just on and off the ice, obviously captained the team. So.
Sad to go after getting absolutely dominated by the Bruins, though.
Yeah, but
Absolutely.
the better team's
dominated.
got to win. So.
Yeah.
So they-
Yeah, so
Weren't you in a golf training this year?
Yeah, it went bad. We're not going to talk about it.
Why?
Because it's
I want to hear.
I want to hear.
I
Brad,
think
do you want
viewers
to
want to
hear
hear
about
about
this golf
it.
training?
I could.
You got
go
better things
without
to do
you.
or what?
Yeah, I
Okay. I
I
guess.
gotta do some running around after this.
Yeah. Let's hear it, man.
It's 8:25 at night, but yeah.
How'd your first day go?
We shot about 87. I didn't even shoot that by myself, so you know it was a tough first day. A lot of triple bogeys.
Oh.
What was par?
Was par 71.
Oh wow. 2-man basketball too.
We pulled the Tiger Woods after
Yeah.
a Saturday night partying. We pulled the Tiger Woods. Tough one. Then Sunday was a little better.
Who'd you play with?
Liam Lauren, good guy.
Yeah.
Good guy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not bad. Not bad golf.
Just couldn't get your.
Couldn't get the
Shit
mojo.
figured out, or-
No.
Wasn't on that day. That's
I
all.
wasn't
Yeah.
on that day.
Wasn't on.
Like Aiden said last time, the grass wasn't just blowing in the right
The
direction.
grass wasn't going in the right direction.
Yeah.
They cut the blade sideways that day.
Yeah, it makes it
And that's
tough,
where my
man.
ball
That
was
makes it
going.
tough.
Just fucking me up the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was brutal. I'm probably gonna retire.
Okay, that wraps everything up for this week's episode of Northern Hockey Shack Sports Talk.
The partnership.
The partnership. Thank you for tuning in, and we hope to see you next time we film, I guess.
Also, this episode has been brought to you by Caribou Cougars Hockey.
Big shout out to Trevor Sprague and
Thanks
Caribou
again for the
Organization.
hats,
Thanks
Stay
again.
squarely PG.
Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel and put us on your Instagram story,
To win the hat.
tagging the Hockey Shack and hashtagging Hockey Shack.
When should we do the draw?
Stop.
Do we
Good
have a
job,
date for
boys.
that? When are we doing the draw?
Oh, that was hard for me.
When are we doing the hat draw?
It will be announced on our Instagram.
Why don't we do it that next episode?
Sure, next
Yeah,
episode.
that makes a lot of sense.